or yesterday. So,
And some of us are wondering now if we're going to have a snow day maybe on Thursday as well.
I think it was in a meeting somewhere. They said, let's just take off the whole week.
Well, that's what it's shaping up to be. Can we get
involved in that too?
You know, I don't know. No, I won't. But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, maybe Thursday morning, maybe some more delays. We're going to be below freezing, and we're going to have a little ice and a little sleet and maybe a little snow coming up. Hang on, more on that here in just a second. Looking out across the city here, the 90% of our roads are just fine, but it's going to be your neighborhood streets, your side streets, areas that are sheltered or shaded by trees or your house, your sidewalks. Yes, you're still going to have some sleet hanging on. Jesse, what's going on? I'm just kidding. No, you're fine. Engineer Jesse just walked in. He was sneaking in behind the board over here. People sneak around. They're going to get caught. I'm just saying.
Don't sneak on the ice. You could fall.
What's that?
Don't sneak around on the ice unless you're doing the penguin walk like Brittany showed us.
Right. Penguin walk. Always go penguin. All right. So, again, there are pockets of sleet here and there, but we're doing better today than yesterday. All right. Back to Links 1. Take a look at it. That was going on this morning. Now, that's part of the problem. That was from Edmond from about midday today. So there are neighborhoods that look like that. But that was about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning. I can tell you right now, there's still areas that are like that, but not as bad because the sun's rays warm the ground and we melted some of that off. But there's still some areas out there that are, you know, not easy travel. Now, remember this, whatever is slushy or wet, when the sun goes down this evening and tonight, it's going to go back to ice. So we will have slick spots around tonight and into tomorrow morning. The wave of precip, we talked about it, moved in, moved out. Oklahoma City, we got that glancing blow. South Metro, Moore, Norman, Purcell, over to Shawnee, had some decent ice and a little bit of sleet, right? Moved in, moved out. It's long gone. Dallas right now, those poor folks down there, they're just getting hammered from there back to Abilene with ice and sleet and airport delays. It's just, it's a mess. It's a crazy mess. So road conditions, a few slick spots in the metro. Western Oklahoma, I think you're in pretty good shape, and the roads are worse, not completely covered up, but a lot of the side streets, secondary streets where you see the purple on that map, not so good. Hey, check that out. Look at the sun trying to peek through. We like that, right? Looking good. 24 degrees, though, in Oklahoma City. A north wind today feels like 15 with a light north breeze. 25 in Guthrie, 23 in Seminole, 23 in Holdenville, and how about a 26 down at Fort Cobb? The rest of Oklahoma, lots of 20s. Little sunshine today in the west and northwest, back out in the Panhandle. That's good. And then wind chills right now, again, with the north breeze running in the teens. All right, so our next storm, the jet stream is overhead out ahead of this. Look at the jet. Look at the cloud cover here, the moisture ripping above our heads. And that's what's giving us lift. And all that lift right now is down across Texas, riding up and over that cold dome of air, of the Arctic air. That comes out late tomorrow night, that storm right there. And that'll be the main storm. And we're going to get moisture out of this, but it's going to be light. But 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet down south. It's going to be very light, though, but it's going to accumulate tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and it will gradually come to an end Thursday morning. There's 10 o'clock. This model says it's coming into Oklahoma City between 8 and about 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. Might be a little bit later than that. All right, but it's going to be very light. Light freezing rain. We'll get above freezing tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow evening, we'll fall below freezing. Okay, as the sun goes down, we're going to get colder again, drop down into the upper 20s. And then by Thursday morning, it begins to let up, it gets lighter, and then we get above freezing, and it goes away. All right, lows tonight, teens and 20s, pipe bursting temperatures again tonight, so you might want to go ahead and let those faucets run just a bit. Highs tomorrow, hey, it's a heat wave. 30s. How about a 30 in Ardmore, 36 in Ponca City, 34 here in Oklahoma City. That'll take place about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, about 34 degrees. And then we start to drop to at or below freezing tomorrow evening, all right? So tomorrow afternoon, there you go. Rain, ice, some sleet develops. This will be late tomorrow afternoon in the south, dry elsewhere. And then tomorrow evening, I-40 south, it's, again, a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet going on. Oklahoma City right now, tomorrow evening, we'll keep it at a 60% chance. It could go either way, okay? This could go either way, so stay tuned. More coming up tonight at 6 and 10 on that. We'll start to look at, again, all the new data. And then tomorrow night, I think it does come into Oklahoma City for sure. It does not make it into northern or northwestern Oklahoma. And then Thursday morning, it's going on. We get above freezing. Pay attention to this. Temperatures climb above freezing slowly Thursday morning. And then it starts to melt, and everything gets better. Thursday, that's when the whole thing, again, begins to wind down. All right, so how much ice? In the pink, we'll say that's Oklahoma City. All right, Hobart, Chickasha, 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. That's not going to bring down trees or power lines. Now, southern Oklahoma, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. We've already had some ice down here. You get 1/2 an inch of ice. There could be some power outages in the south. Sleet, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch across the south. Oklahoma City will say a trace of sleet. And there might be, again, some power outages here in the green down across the far south. 90 forecast, where are we going after this tomorrow evening and tomorrow night and Thursday morning? We're going up. Thursday afternoon, it's a heat wave, a high of 39. Back to the 40s on Friday. Look at your weekend, write it down, and then Sunday, a high of 60. Next storm, Monday night into Tuesday of next week. We'll be back right after this.